Hello everyone, welcome to Those2 Web, and today we are going to learn about how to execute Servlet program on Eclipse. What are the necessary software required that I will be helping you with the installation, and then we'll proceed how to execute Servlet program. So one request to all of you, if you have not subscribed my channel, then please subscribe and press on bell notification icon so you will get all the notification of the videos whenever we upload. So let's proceed with that, what actually we want to do that now. So let's open the lab programs, that is 4th semester Java, Advanced Java lab, and this is the 8th program because most of remaining 7 programs were basic like normal Java application. From the 8th we have the Servlet program, and there are certain steps need to be followed. So I'll take you the entire steps. Maybe the video will be a little longer, so please be calm and watch complete video, and then you practice accordingly. So let's proceed. So the what program says that means a program to display greeting messages on the browser. That means this is the web browser, any browser you use, Google Chrome or Mozilla or whatever, so on. So what I'll be doing, I should get a greeting, that message on the browser, that hello username. That means what username the users are going to enter, that has to be displayed over there, and message should come, how are you? Either you can do in one line or you want in separate line, that also you can do that, and accept this username from the client using Servlet. So what happened here, we have two parts, because web browser, you know very well, this is the HTML program. So generally what happened, I will just give you an overview how it will be there. So the main thing is here that what we are going to do, we'll be creating a web page. So this is your web page. You know very well, you will be having a address bar where you are typing the address, okay, and you will be having title bar also. So we'll take different color, okay, so we'll take a different color, just I'm drawing this one. So one is the header, you have this as a, you can say as a header. This is your, okay, I'll type here, this is your title, okay, give black, okay, so this is your title. Now this will be your address bar, which is called as, you can say like URL, where you generally type the address, and this entire remaining portion, whatever you are seeing, this one, this is entire your body part in HTML programming language. So what we want, we should have something username here, like enter user name. Then you will be having a text box, that means input box where the user will be typing, and you should have a submit button like this. You should have a submit, okay. So this is like general normal interface. So any user are going to enter some name, like I will write here whatever you are going to type, right? So I'll be typing this, okay. So whatever you want, you can type here, okay, and the moment you hit enter, that means submit, I should open another web page, okay, it will be opening another page where you should get the message, hello those to web, how are you? That message I should get. So this is the general view of the output. So let's proceed how to create this, and then we'll see the final output. So I have given the steps here. What is this steps that you must follow? So before proceeding this, I request you all, point number 1, definitely you are running Java program, you will be having JDK, plus definitely you will be having Eclipse, the latest version. You can use anything. Make sure you are using Eclipse J2EE and web developer. That is the option you have to install. While installing, it will give you that. Otherwise, if you don't, you can check our other videos. It is there how to install Eclipse and which version you are going to install. So the important thing is here, in previous video I have guided you that you can see on the right corner we have perspective. So when you click on that, you can see that by default I have Java EE. So it should be there. If this is not there, then you cannot create any web project. Make sure you have this Java EE. Okay, so I have no problem. If you don't have and you are getting the option by default like Java, then once you double click here, automatically this will get changed. That means you are into now Java EE. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to go to file menu, click on new and dynamic project. File menu, new and dynamic web project. One more thing, very important, I forget, sorry for that. So we required Apache Tomcat. So go to Google, type Apache Tomcat. You will get the first website like this. You open that. You go to the Tomcat 10 and download 64-bit Windows zip. If you are using Mac edition, then download tar.gz. Okay, the process will be remaining same. The tar, that is, these are the compressed file. You have to uncompress it. That is, zip is there, you have to unzip. So how to do that? Already I have downloaded. You can see here I have downloaded. When I open this folder, you can see in this folder we have something called as Apache Tomcat, and it is, you can see that compress. So you have to right click and you click extract all. So and you click again extract. That means it is going to unzip. Okay, so automatically it will happen. Take some time because this is almost some 16 MB, I think so. So just wait few seconds, maybe like 30 seconds maximum. It will get unzip and then we'll be proceeding for further process. Yeah, it is done. So automatically this will open. You can keep here also if you want. You can move into C drive also, whichever you want. That is not a problem. Okay, so let it be now this now. So we'll proceed with that Eclipse now. Okay, I'll go to Eclipse. I will give my project name. You can give anything. I'm giving like my web 1. Okay, you can give anything, my web project, anything. Let it be by default location. Here target runtime will be none initially. So what you are going to do, you have to click on new runtime. Remember this. When you click this, automatically it will, a pop-up will appear. There you have the option like Apache. So I have to just click on this arrow mark. It will drag and you can see that Tomcat 10.1 automatically it will come. Click on next. It will ask you the path. So just now we have extracted. I will take this path. So copy the path Okay, then you paste here. Remember guys, see, I have not used any path. It is next and finish is not appear here. I will be giving now exact path. Now you can see that I am getting to option as a finish. So it's very important, you should get this option. If you are not getting it, will not. Even you can download and install from here also, whichever you like to do that, you can do that. And I'll click on finish. The moment you finish, automatically there is a configuration will come, the dynamic web model version will be updated, and remaining thing let it be by default, don't change anything. Now I'll click next, let it be by default. This is the source where your classes will be there. Click on next, generate the web XML descriptor, okay, and click on finish. So this is we are creating the dynamic web application with help of Servlet. So it is installing because I have just fresh installation I have done. Okay, now you can see that on the left hand side everything is, you can see here, and you click on plus arrow mark. Okay, so just a minute. Okay, it's getting hang little. Okay, now it's okay. You can see that src, you can, everything will be in src folder, you know that. And in a src you can see that there are two things. So in main directory we have Java and web app. So here what you are going to do, there is the, because any web based programming, it will be with help of HTML only. So that HTML will come into the web app and your Java code will come into the Java, because we cannot write directly Java on the web browser. We need some supporting, that is nothing, HTML. We generally use JavaScript also, even that implementation will be with help of HTML. You can use any server-side programming language also, but by default HTML will be there for everything. So what I have to do, the first step, what I'm going to do, I'll create a HTML file. So I'll click on, so you make sure that you are on web app, right click. Okay, so might be a little slow my machine. So, and you have to click the HTML file. You can see here I have the option, right click on web app, new HTML file. And by default in any web app programming, the first file name is, actually it is index. You can give any name, no problem, it will work, but generally we prefer that any first page will be mine as a index.html. And I click on next, no changes required, and just click on finish. You can see that HTML5 version, let it be, that is the latest, and you can finish it off. So once you complete, automatically there is a index.html will be created. You can see here, and in code window you can see there is a HTML code is getting uploaded here. Okay, so this is like this. Okay, hope it is visible to everyone. So now this is the basic, like document type. What is the type of documents? HTML. So your HTML program always start with the opening tag. This is opening tag and this is closing tag. So how you use in Java, opening braces and closing braces, the similar way we are using here. This is opening. Next head will be there. Inside the head we will be having title. So this title, that means on the title bar it will be visible meta character, that is the UTF-8. You can let it be, if you remove also, that is not a problem. This is the standard we have to follow. And title here I will just give as a my Servlet program. So anything title, this is you have to open, and this is a closing. Okay, so this is the error, no problem, that is just okay. Now head was open, head is closed. Now you have to open body tag, and inside the body tag everything will be there. So as I said, this entire things, it will be in body part like enter username, this. Okay, so I have to type now the code for using your enter username, then text box, and another input box, that is the submit button, that is not input, that is a type, it is called as. Okay, so I'll go here, and whenever, one more thing is very important, whenever you write any such kind of form, like here text box is there, you are taking input from the user, this will be as form. So this entire section is going to come inside the form. So wherever you fill any form, either you use Gmail to sign up or login, the form will be there. Either you use your Facebook registration sign up, your Instagram sign up, anywhere, wherever you are filling the form where you have the name and you are hitting submit, this entire thing will be inside the sub form only. Okay, so now we have to write. So what is the tag? We have form. Okay, so I'm creating a form, and form having some the attributes. Okay, when you learn HTML program, then you will get in details. I'm not going to talk in details for HTML. So form, and here we should have action. Okay, what is the action? Because when you click on submit button, as I said, when I hit on this submit button, what action need to be performed? That will go to this page. So for that we have to give some name. So that name will belongs what is actually your class name. Okay, and then there is something called as method is equal to. So there is two, always we have in method get and post. So get generally we don't use, we use only post. The reason is that because if you use get, whatever the exact URL, whatever the form you are typing, your name, email ID, password, everything will be visible in the browser. That's why people don't use the get, because if you build an application and if you give that, the attackers will try to steal his browser history, and from that they will get the details. So most of the time they don't use. So we use always post. So put arrow marks and click on enter. The form will come. Okay, close it. So the moment you close, automatically a close of form will come. So just hit enter. So now whatever things this text and the input and button, it comes inside the form. Action, as I said, it should be the class name. I will give the class name as a greeting. Okay, later on when you use the servlet, that time we are going to use. Okay, so now I will give I'll give enter user name. Okay, then that is called as input type is equal to. So you can see that there are several options, automatically it will appear. So actually I want input type as a text. Okay, if you give control space, automatically this will appear. Okay, so let's type T. You can see that I'm getting, so I'm going to use text, that is the input type, and you must specify any name, unique name. You have to give name is equal to, I will write here the name as a user name. It's easy, and close it. So there is also two types of tags are there. One is container tag and one is standalone tag in HTML. This is called as standalone tag. That means it doesn't having closing tag like how we are using for title. See, title is open, we are closing title, but here for input it's not there. This is called as standalone tag, and this is called as this types of tag is called as container tag. Okay, now next what I want, you can give something like colon. Okay, what I want another input type, input. Okay, type is equal to, so I need between the quotes you have to use, that is if you press control space, automatically it will have appear. Type, and what you want to write on the button, that is called as value. So value is equal to, I will give submit only, okay, and close the input tag. That's all. So this is my very basic the HTML code. So what I have done as per my these steps, here is the step, you can see after this it will be there. So step 3 I have done now, okay. So I have used here. In the next, now we will proceed. So this is done. So my HTML part is done. Now you want to see the output. Let's see that. Yes, you can run this and you can see that output. Let's save it, okay. And you have to click right click. Even you can use right click, or you can use on the top run. So here run as, and you have to click on run on server, okay. When you click on that, automatically this will appear, because first time I am doing, it's not mandatory, it's in that every time you must do the that is setup. So setup is not required. So I'll click on, because Apache we have used, okay. I'll click on 10.0.1. I'll click on next. The moment you click next, you can see my project is automatically configured, and it is in this right hand side section configured. That means it is web project. If it is on the left hand side available, that you have to select and you have to add into configure, then only it will work as a web project, otherwise it won't. And I'll click on finish. The moment you finish, you can see automatically on the bottom the server will start. Please allow this, you must allow this, because it is the for purpose that, okay. Allow access, Windows Firewall Defender will stop, so better you allow it. You can see here is my output, okay. So this is my output. So now nothing will work, because if I type anything, like as I said, right, you can see here I am able to type now. So you can see here I have typed sub, it will give error because that page we have not created, okay. So let it be this now. That now next step will follow now. So what is the next step we are going to do? Now we have to create a servlet page. So you can see here Java resources are there, and here Java is there. So you can do anywhere. So what I have to do, I'll click on Java resource, right click. That means you have to click on right click on the Java resources, new, and automatically it will give you the suggestion called Servlet, okay. Even you can see here Java, right click, new. Even you can see you don't get an option directly here, so you have to go to the other and do that. So better always go with the Java resources, new, and you click on Servlet. So here I am giving, remember guys, I have given here greeting. The same way you have to give the class name. Remember, don't change your source folder, don't choose any Java package, because by default we have the package. The super class already it is used, Jakarta, earlier it was Java X. Let it be by default, don't change anything, just write class name. So class name mine is greeting, what we have created. So make sure spelling is correct, okay, otherwise it will not work. Click on next, then it will come some basic details. Let it be by default, don't change anything, then click on next. The moment you click on next, there is a some option like which method stub would you like to create. So it will ask you to suggestion, you know very well in Eclipse it's the ID, GUI, you have the suggestion. So let it be by default everything. We require generally do post and do get. So actually we need here do post method and do get. So whichever as per your application, if you are in future you are going to build, you can use accordingly. I am going to use by default settings, I am not going to change anything, and I'll click on finish. The moment you finish, you can see on the left hand side inside the Java there is a some file will come, that is name called greetings. You can see that greeting.java, automatically it will load, and the basic code whatever it is required to run this, it will be automatically it will generate and it will be available here. You are not going to change anything, guys, and you can see that I don't have any error because I have used all the steps correctly. If you get any error, if you have an issue, please put your query into the comment box. I will happily assist you to resolve your any issues related to the Eclipse or installation or anything. Okay, so that's all. This is we have done. Okay, so now what is the important thing here? The very important thing is that we are going to write any code into the do post method, because now anyway I have to get the input and I have to print that. Okay, so I'll go here, don't change anything, let it be everything default. Now here, so what happened here, as I said, right, this, and we want here the output should come like this: hello username. So whatever the username is there, I'll give the username, and okay, so I don't have a space, I'll give here how are you. Okay, like this output will appear. So what happened, we are getting the input from here, and this is going to be represent in HTML only. So this is also again HTML, so I have to print this in HTML, your entire code. So how we have to do is very important. So remember guys, these things here, because again you cannot write directly Java. So what I want, this input I have to call into the servlet. So this I have to define. So this is, I am going to take this input. So this input, you remember we have given the name as username. Okay, so first I have to create a username. Okay, that is your string variable for accepting the method, that means your input box for your getting the input from that, I mean to say that. Okay, so I'll be doing this. Okay, now I have to write the code here. So what is that? First we have to create a type is a string. I will give username is equal to, okay, so I'm going to take the parameter from the HTML, which the unique name I have created. So the method is, you can see here req, and if you give control space, it will suggest you, actually you can see that automatically. So what is the request? That is from http servlet request dot, even if you give dot, automatically suggestion will come. In this suggestion I have to take the parameter, so you have to search, if you know, very good, otherwise you have to type. So you can search what is that, what actually you want. There are so many methods are there. I'm going to use here get. Okay, and this is parameter, the first one. Okay, parameter, and your input, that means what you are going to pass in that. So my, this is nothing, that is the username which I have defined into the HTML part, and give semicolon and enter. That's all. This is the first step. Next, now I have to set the response content type. That means when result is it's going to be response, that means from servlet, that means server side, the result will go to the user, that means on the browser. What type of data it is? So it is nothing, it's HTML. So I have to write, you can see that res, automatically it will come response dot, and you are going to use set content type. So you can see that suggestion content type, it's nothing, it is the type of text or HTML. Okay, and give the semicolon. Okay, so this is done. I have completed this two line. Now because I have to write this, that means in Java you know that very well, that means output has to be written, that means it has to be displayed. So for that we have to use print writer object. So for that I have to create print writer. How I can create java.io, okay, dot, I'll use, you can see that automatically suggestion will come. I'm using print writer, create any object name out. I'm giving out for is equal to, and actually what I want response. So response, okay, dot get writer. So you can see that automatically suggestion is coming, get writer, sorry. So here I have to give semicolon, enter. Okay, so this I have done it. Okay, this is done. Now I have to generate HTML response. Okay, so for that I have to write everything HTML code. If you write here like HTML, this will give you error because it's Java code, you cannot write directly. So what you have to do, you have to write now, because everything is now print inside the print writer. That means you are going to write. So I have to use object name out, okay, dot what I am going to do, print. So I am going to print what you are printing, the line. Okay, so what will be the statement inside this? So it's nothing, it's my first, as the code we used to write HTML, that means tag you have to use. Remember guys, this is the HTML tag. Now you see that no error is there, right? So similarly I will just use first. So I'll give copy paste. Better you always try after head, HTML I have to use head. Okay, close it. After head, you know very well, I have to use title. Okay, so I am opening title tag. Okay, and you can write anything title here, greeting, response, anything whatever you want you can write here, there is not a problem. Okay, then close the title tag. Okay, inverted comma, that is important, remember guys. So you can see here I'm not getting any error, right? So now next printing statement, that is you have to close head tag. I have closed. Okay, sorry, here I missed this. Okay, and then close the bracket, semicolon. Now I have to open the body tag. So body tag opened. Okay, I give the inverted comma, closing the brace, semicolon, enter. And then again after this I need to print what I will be using h1 tag. This one is like, it's a font of the particular text will be bigger, so that is called as heading tag h1 to s6. h1 is the bigger, s6 is a smaller one. So I'll use h1, I'll give hello. Okay, you can give comma, and now we can implement our Java code. That means what a string variable you have used, now we can call directly that. How? You close this one, inverted comma, write plus symbol, I want username. Okay, see that it's automatically suggesting, right? After this again give plus for concat, and I'll be using here closing tag of h1. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, sorry, it's closed. And still if you want to message any further, like, sorry, here closing h1, and I will here only give how are you. Okay, question mark. Okay, inverted comma, closing the brace, semicolon, and you give enter. So you can see no error because my system is little getting slow. Okay, so this is done. So I'm printing in the same line, hello username. Okay, now I have opened the body tag. I must close this body tag. So closing tag symbol, body tag. Okay, and close it, semicolon. This is done. So I close. So finally HTML have not closed. I will close the HTML tag, HTML. Okay, and this is closed. Okay, so this is, and save it. Okay, so this is the main code that you are going to write here to get the, even if you want to delete, If you delete, you can check it out what is happening. Any error? Is there no error? You can save it. If any error will come, again we'll write that code. Okay, so that is not a problem. This is done. So our basic code for the servlet is ready now. So you cannot run this directly. If you run this, you will see it is asking for server. If you run this, let's see what result you will get. I'll show you that. Okay, restart. Yes, it will always ask you to restart the server. So it's starting the server. See that it's just coming server at your, what is the project name? Nothing is appear. Okay, so that's why we have to execute my index.html, the web program. Okay, so I'll right click here, run as, run on server, same steps. Select this. You must select this Tomcat 10.1. Click next and click on finish. So now same pop-up, you can see that same output has come. Now I'll write anything, as I said to you, I will write those to web and I'll click on submit. See, hello those to web. Okay, how are you? So this I have used h1 tag, so this is coming bigger one. This I have not used as a h1 tag, so this is coming a smaller one. Okay, so if I reduce, you can see that it's coming next page. Okay, so you can change the layout, like any design and all, you can change it off. And you can see that on the heading I have used here greeting response, so it is title is coming greeting response. Same way I've used here my servlet program, so it is displaying my, this is the title, this is the address, and entire this whatever we have done, that is into the body section, like this way. So like this you can run the servlet program with help of Eclipse and Apache Tomcat. Tomcat is a server, so when you run a web application, you must require any server to be created on your local machine, then only you can execute. So hope you understood the entire steps. Obviously it is not less than 35 minutes of videos, so it's very longer time. Okay, so I'll stop now. Next video we'll discuss about the next program, that is your, okay, so I have next same servlet program to display username, total marks, and which is going to be accepted by a student. Okay, so this will be creating now the same method we have to follow. So thank you for watching, and if you really like this video, please share with your friend and you can give a like. Okay, if you have any question, you want any suggestion, if you are not able to execute, you are getting error, please drop a message into the comment box. So thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.